Y'all thought I was gone, huh? Even though I don't have views, but I'm back, y'all. I'm back. What up, YouTube? It's your boy. Welcome back to my channel and back to the series of MSA Mondays. So let's watch this new MSA, I guess. It says I lost my memory and I have no idea who I am. You're definitely not a princess though.
Most of us start our lives in a hospital as newborn babies, but not me. No siree. I started my life in a hospital too, yes, but as an adult. I opened my eyes feeling woozy and numb. I felt like I'd been struck by a freight train. She's up! She's finally up! Nurses and doctors surrounded me from all sides, examining me excitedly. What's going on? Can you tell us who you are? I'm me. Who else am I supposed to be? The Queen of England?
Shots.
Your name. What's your name? I racked my brain trying to remember, but I just couldn't. In fact, I couldn't remember anything. It was like my brain was filled with dust bunnies. What was my name? Hi, I'm Harper. Yeah, I know my name now. And I woke up in a hospital bed one day with no clue who I am. But before I continue my crazy story, please like and subscribe. There was nothing wrong with me, except, my amnesia. The doctor told me my name, that I was 18 years old, and apparently, I'd been unconscious since an accident I'd had 2 weeks ago. But what she said next turned my world upside down. Both of your parents are in jail. My jaw dropped to the floor. I was the daughter of some criminals? Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, the doctors decided to kick me out. Release me from the hospital. No other friends or family came forward, so you'll have to manage on your own. How on earth am I supposed to do that? I barely know my own name. You're physically and mentally fine, and you'll start to regain your memory over time. Here are your belongings, and I've called you a cab to your home address. And that's where we'll be sending you the bill, too. Now, goodbye.
Sheesh.
And then she practically pushed me out the door. Just, wow. I hoped I wasn't some kind of weird loser or a creepy pariah.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, if she did that to me, I would just, spirit bomb that.
Seriously, what kind of person has no friends or family to show up for them? Forget
You?
going home. I needed to find my parents, whatever their names were. They'd give me the answers I needed. I turned my attention to my so-called belongings, which consisted of a purse. I rummaged inside, hoping something would spark a memory, but it just felt like I was going through someone else's stuff. I found a phone, wallet, keys, and a chocolate bar. Yum. I turned on the phone, but it needed a passcode to unlock it. I typed a few different combinations, but none of them worked. And then my phone locked me out for guessing wrong too many times. Just then, a black Mercedes screeched to a stop right in front of me. A really cute boy, a little older than me, poked his head out the window, staring at me in shock. Harper, oh my gosh, are you...
Yeah.
Let's chat. Let's chat.
She's gone. She's gone, seriously. First of all, this girl has amnesia. Second of all, a disrespectful nurse kicks her butt out of here. Next, she don't know her password. And there's some random dude she calls handsome, exclamation marks. And she about to jump in that car. And she gone. It's Chai.
Okay, I've been searching for you everywhere.
Stop
who are
the
you? I have amnesia. He jumped out of the car and ran to me. Really? So, you don't remember anything? No, duh.
She just said she has amnesia. This is how you know a person is a psychopath.
That's how amnesia works. This guy was a pretty package, but he wasn't too smart. I'm Mason, your neighbor, and, well, your friend. My friend? Mason pulled out his phone and showed me a photo of the two of us together smiling. We looked good together. Have you spoken to your parents? Not yet. My stupid phone...
Really can't trust people these days. Photoshop is just... Dang. People be using a lot of things for Photoshop, yo. Can't trust people these days.
It's locked, and I can't remember the password. Mason put his hand on my shoulder. Don't worry about it. I'm here now. Just then, I heard
Keep your
heavenly
hands to
music
yourself,
play as
buddy.
the skies opened up and a bright light shined down on my head. And then butterflies danced around me. I was no weirdo. I had a friend. Plus, he was a cutie. And he smelled amazing. Mason offered to drive me home. I'd like to see my parents first, but I don't know what jail they're in. Don't worry, I'll find out and arrange a visit. Just then, my stomach let out a loud growl. But first, let's get you some pizza. We can grab a slice down the corner.
Dang.
A slice? I haven't eaten in 2 weeks, man. Mason laughed and bought me an extra large pizza before taking me home. 20 minutes later, we pulled up to a luxurious apartment building. Wow, is this where I live? Yep, this is where we both live. I mean, I live one floor below you. Mason was the perfect gentleman.
I was just
He helped
shocked
me
right
out of the
there.
car, opened every door for me,
Dude.
and generously tipped the doorman. As we rode the elevator to the penthouse floor, Mason's hand brushed against mine, and my heart
Keep your
skipped.
freaking
Mason
hands
said
to
we were just
yourself.
friends,
Look
but
at that poor
it
girl.
felt like we were so
Hey,
much
yo!
more. I thought to ask
These
him,
are
but I
characters
was
from
too
past
shy. What if he didn't
MSAs,
like me
dude.
that way and was just being nice? I didn't want to scare him off, so I stayed quiet. My
Nah.
apartment was huge and so fancy inside, with
Fancy
expensive furniture,
indeed.
exquisite paintings, and crystal chandeliers. A family portrait hung on a wall with a gold-plated frame, and I paused in front of it. My parents looked like really nice people. Mason, what are
Why
my
are they
parents'
in jail,
names?
man?
And why are they in jail? Suddenly, he looked really uncomfortable.
He has something to do
Mr.
with
and
this.
Mrs. Harrison did some illegal stuff, but
He has
I don't know
something
the
to
details.
do with
Sorry.
this.
Then Mason told me he had to go, and I was all
No,
alone
like
in my
serious. How do you get uncomfortable when someone asks about their own parents? And you're really close friends, so... Like how? He has something to do with this. Maybe he framed her parents to get closer to the girl. I'm telling you, man. This generation is freaking... It's just trash!
Who called home. I roamed around, touching and smelling things, trying to get my memory back, but nothing worked. I tried to open my phone again, but I still couldn't unlock it. I started to get tired, so I tossed it on my dresser and went to bed. The next day, Mason showed up at my doorstep looking all swoon-worthy, with his dark eyes and his movie star hair. I've got something for you. He showed me a
Get up.
perfectly wrapped gift. I tore off the paper and found a new phone inside. I know you can't unlock yours, so I got you a new one. Also, I have my best people trying to find out exactly where your parents are. We'll find them soon. I threw my arms around him. Absolutely
This boy knows where
smitten.
your parents
Later that
is.
day, I tried looking up my parents online on my new phone, but nothing about them popped up. I'd just have to wait for my visit. But thank God I had Mason, and we started hanging out every
Trust
day.
that coffee,
My
girl.
place, at his place,
Do not
fancy
trust that.
restaurants and museums.
Hey,
One
yo,
day, we were
how are you
walking in the
playing?
park, and we saw a bunch of kids running up to an ice cream truck. One boy was standing on the side with a sad face. Hey kid, what's the matter? I can't afford to get any ice cream. Well, I'll
Howdy,
buy
man.
you a banana split, or maybe 2 scoops of cookies and cream. A couple of kids appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They didn't have any money for ice cream either. I gave each of them a $100 bill, and they all ran cheering and screaming to the ice cream truck. I
How
turned
would
around
them
to
out
see
really
Mason
save that
looking
money,
at me
dude?
with a huge smile.
Buy actual
What?
food.
Did a bird poop in my hair?
$100
Hey, when that
freaking
happens-
dollars.
No, I just think you're wonderful. Then he pulled me into his arms, and my face was inches away from his. Mason, were you and I ever more than friends? No, but I wanted us
No.
to be. We can be now. And then he gave me the most amazing kiss, and I practically melted in his arms. A couple days later, Mason took me to the aquarium, but as I saw all these kids with their parents, I felt kind of sad.
Dang.
Hey, are you still thinking about your parents?
Like, bro,
Yeah,
you're a
I
teenager
still
now,
don't
so
remember them. Not exactly.
why are you
but I wanna
crying
see
about your
them and
parents?
talk to them. Maybe if I do, my
Well, we
memories
do
will come
need our
back.
parents, though.
Mason sighed and then took my hand in his.
Don't forget that, kids. Love your parents. Like, dude, parents gave you practically everything. So, teenager, adult, baby, anything at all. Show your parents some love before they're gone.
Listen, Harper, we've managed to find them, and I can arrange a visit very soon. But before that, there's something you need to know. I should have told you this earlier, but before we
knew
could
it!
finish, this
Oh, this
girl
boy
ran up
sus.
to us, screaming excitedly. OMG, Harper, is that you? Hey, I'm sorry, I don't remember you. Mason tried to hide behind me. And Mason? Hi,
Hold
Jackie.
up. If this girl is one of Harper's friends, like, nah, Why didn't she pick her up in the hospital? Because she should have knew. Like, word spreads fast these days, especially with the internet. Like, why didn't she come? Mason had to step up for this. This is how you know that you have true friends or not. Maybe I was wrong about Mason, but still, I know it's something to do with her parents. You're not slick, buddy. I'm on to you.
I knew it! I knew it! Knew what? Oh, Hearth, you're so hilarious! I'm your friend, and I knew you always had a crush on Mason.
Exactly. Why didn't she come to the hospital and fix you?
Patch things up. Mason turned as red as a cherry popsicle. I have no idea what you're talking about. You called him Mason the Maniac, and you wanted to crush him for ruining your life. You spray painted his house, scratched his car with your keys, threw a brick through his window, and created a website that listed 1,000 reasons why he shouldn't be trusted. What? That's crazy. Why would I do something like that? Yeah, you went a little psycho. But Mason did write that article which got your parents arrested. Are you insane? Mason would never do that to me. Tell her, Mason. Mason lowered his eyes.
Mason.
Harper, I can explain.
I can't believe I trusted
Mason.
you,
I can show her myself. Jackie
hey, yo, this girl!
She showed me a news article with a headline that read, "Whiz Kid journalist puts criminal couple behind..."
She can get other people's truths out, but she can support her own friend. Her friend was in the freaking hospital and Mason stepped up, even though what he did was messed up. But hey, yo, he was the only one that stepped up for this girl.
Bars. The whiz kid was Mason, and the couple were my parents, and their names were Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Right beneath my parents' photo, there was a link to a video. With trembling hands, I clicked the link. It showed the police hauling my parents out of our apartment building, while a dozen reporters were taking pictures.
Hey, dude!
Mason was right there in the front, with a smirk on his face. We're innocent. We didn't do this. That sneaky kid Mason is out to get us. Then suddenly, I came running out of the building and tackled Mason to the ground. We crashed into the reporters, then the video ended. It's not what it looks like. Yes, it is. I just couldn't believe it. Suddenly, I got so mad, my hands started shaking. I slapped Mason really hard across the face, then stormed off. I took a taxi straight home and spent the rest of the night crying into my pillow. Mason called me a dozen times, but I refused to answer. He even came to my door with flowers, but I ignored him. I looked my parents up online. I found Mason's article and read all about my parents' crimes. Mason accused them of stealing from tons of banks, museums, and even a children's hospital. But my parents claimed they were innocent, and Mason was a liar. He'd lied to me about being my friend too. Wow. No wonder I hated his guts. One night, when I was watching love stories on MSA, no, don't trust him. He's hot, but he's a bad guy.
You trusted a hot,
stuffing my face with ice cream and cookies, I got a call from the apartment building's reception desk. Ma'am, there's a call for you from your mother. I'm putting you through. I shot up straight as an arrow. My mom was calling me from prison?
Finally,
Harper,
dude.
How are you? We heard you were in the hospital after the accident, and then you were released. I wasn't allowed to make calls any sooner, and I tried your cell phone first. Oh, I've been so worried, love. Mom, where are you?
I've been used.
I was able to schedule a visit to prison for the next day. I met my mom in this big room surrounded by other inmates and their visiting families. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Your dad wanted to see you too, but he got into a fight with an inmate and isn't allowed to visit us for a week.
Wait. They in the same prison? What the freak, dude? How are they in the same prison? So is this a woman-man prison? Are there sections to this prison? What is going on in the story?
So much, baby. Suddenly, I just broke down in tears. Mom, I'm so confused. I lost all my memories in the accident.
They use your daughter,
what? You don't remember anything? No, nothing. I just know that you're in jail because Mason said you guys did all these awful things. Mason? Oh, what I wouldn't do to wring that boy's neck. We wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for him. He's evil, Harper. You can't trust a word he says. I'll explain everything later, but first, you need to listen to me closely. Mom leaned in and whispered, "Get the money out of the safe." What safe? It's in a secret room behind my closet. Your dad and I stored things for the family business there. We didn't tell you about it because you were too young. I
What?
need you to
Were
use
they
the
actually
money from the
criminals?
room to bail us out. The combination is in a drawer in my desk, and be careful.
Nah.
Misunderstanding with a few gangsters. Gangsters?
Dude!
Oh, I mean business associates, sweetie. Somehow they...
Mason was right. Mason was freaking right, dude. We've been trusting the parents over Mason. Harp, I guess we were both wrong. But Mason is a nice guy, actually. Picked you up from the hospital. When that girl, Jackie, couldn't. Or whatever her name is. What was her name? Pooh face.
think we owe them money. Vultures. So if anyone suspicious turns up at the apartment, do not let them in. Mom gestured over my shoulder, and I turned and saw this scary man with a skull tattooed on his forehead, giving us...
This boy looks like a freaking rip-off of Vin Diesel. The ugly freaking tattoo over there. Like, bro, you ain't cool.
death glares. Once I got home, I raced to my parents' room, found the combination, and typed it into the keypad on the back of Mom's closet. Then a wall opened up, and I walked into the secret room, my mouth hanging open.
Nah! Nah! How many diamonds are in that vase? Look at all these bags of cash. Those emeralds. Yo! These parents are freaking robbers, man. Mason was right. Nah. Dude. Freaking bags. Let's count how many. 13 bags of full cash. Freaking diamonds in a big freaking vase. Those paintings by the corner. Nah, dude.
Full of bags of money, jewels, and paintings. All the stolen items that Mason wrote about in his articles were stacked right in front of me. I was devastated. Mason was right. My parents were thieves. Just then, the doorbell rang, and a surveillance feed popped up on a screen in my parents' room.
Vinkies, what are you doing here?
Scary gangsters with skulls on their forehead were at
That
my
peace
front
boy.
door. We know you're in there, Harper. We want our money. I spoke through the speakers. Sorry, Harper's not home.
I don't know what's wrong with this girl. What is wrong with you? Like, seriously. She's about to say Harper's not... I don't know what that amnesia did to you, but this is serious. This is a whole nother level of dullness.
She's moved to the moon.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you.
The gangsters got really angry and kicked down the main door. I locked my parents' bedroom door, and feeling completely freaked out, I called Mason. Mason answered on the first ring. What's wrong? You were right. My parents are back, and now these gangsters are out to get me. What should I do? Mason told me to run to the window. I peeked down and saw him waving at me from the window below. He told me to climb down. Are you crazy? What do I look like, Spider-Man? You used to climb down all the time.
Baba, you serious?
Well, I don't remember
Wait,
that.
what?
Suddenly, I heard the
Where were your
gangsters
parents
pounding on
when
my
you were
parents'
climbing
door.
down this?
Okay, maybe some memories
They
are
got
coming
in.
back. Come on, you can do it. I've got you. Somehow, Mason's words gave me confidence. So, I took a deep breath, then started climbing down. Suddenly, I lost my grip and screamed.
Dang, she's there. Her ankles broke. Her spine broke. She's gone. She is gone. Look at where Mason is. She's heading towards that way. Look at where Mason is. Yeah, Harp. We loved you, even though you were dumb. But it's your chai.
But Mason caught me
Nah,
just in time.
ain't no way.
He pulled me inside through his window and hugged
How?
me. You're okay, Harper. You're safe now.
This boy has the body strength of so much upper body strength though. How do you catch a girl weighted at that weight from a one floor up? Nah.
Okay, cool. This is really nice. You always smell so comforting.
Call the cops!
Fresh laundry. I still have to call the police. You mind letting me go? We reported the gangsters to the police, and they were arrested and hauled off to jail. After that, Mason walked me back to my apartment. When we got to my door, tears started streaming down my face. Mason, was I a bad person, like my parents? No, you didn't even know they were criminals. Your parents lied to everyone about their business for years. But I did all those horrible things to you. Down my face. Mason, was I a bad person, like my parents? No, you didn't even know they were criminals. Your parents lied to everyone about their business for years.
They did.
But I did all those horrible things to you.
You
Why did
didn't
you
know,
even go
girl.
to the hospital to find me? Because it was my fault you got hurt. Mason's words shook me to my core. The day you had the accident, I tried to talk to you about your parents and make you see the truth, but you got so mad you got into your car and drove off. The next day, the police found your abandoned car stuck in a ditch and they said you were missing. Mason showed me a picture
I
of my
thought she
car
got
in the
into
ditch.
the
Then
ditch.
a memory popped into my head. I think I remember now. It was raining. I was driving really fast and I lost control. I remember crawling out of the car to find help. But after that, everything is a blur. Harper, not knowing what happened to you or where you'd gone was breaking my heart. Then I found you at the hospital and you were different. You didn't remember anything. And most importantly, you didn't hate me. I should have told you the truth sooner, but
Yeah,
it was
you should have.
harder the
You were
more I was
also wrong
falling in
for
love
not
with
telling
you.
her.
You're in love with me? I've always had a thing for you. I'm sorry I lied. I understand if you never want to see me again. I love you, Harper, but I don't want to come between you and your family. He started walking away, and suddenly my phone rang. It was the number from prison. It must be my mom calling. As I watched him leave,
Nah, don't answer
my
that.
heart ached. I had to choose. I could bail out my family, help them clear their names, and go back to their criminal activities. Or I could take a chance on a different life. I
Take the
shoved my
different life.
cell phone into my pocket, ran to Mason, and grabbed
This
his hand.
girl.
Let's go and tell the police about the proof I found in the secret room. I choose to be a good person. I choose...
You can take some of that money though. You know what I mean? I'm not saying take all of it though. No, just donate to charity, man. Take some for yourself.
to be happy. I choose you.
So yeah, that was the story of Harper and freaking Mason. That deserves no round of applause at all. Like, it made no sense. But it was interesting. Thank you, MSA. So yeah, that is the end of MSA Mondays. See y'all maybe tomorrow. I think I'm going to make a video tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned, okay? Anyway, see you in the next one. Love y'all. Peace out.